If you watch modern football, you know the most frustrating part of the game isn't the final score. It's the realization that while the clock is always ticking, the ball is rarely in actual play. Players have mastered the art of killing momentum. They suddenly forget how to walk off the pitch during a substitution. They develop an intense interest in tying their boots, or they collapse, clutching a hamstring that was perfectly fine 3 seconds ago. For the 2026 World Cup, FIFA is implementing an aggressive new framework targeted specifically at eradicating these exact behaviors. They are rolling out 6 major rule changes simultaneously, all designed to radically accelerate the pace of the sport. The ball is still round, the pitch is the same size, and the core game remains intact, but the administrative tolerance for these time-wasting dark arts has officially run out. The rule crackdown starts with basic restarts. Under Rule 1, if a player takes too long on a throw-in or goal kick, the referee initiates a strict, visible 5-second countdown. This diagram illustrates the immediate consequences of hesitation. A delayed throw-in instantly shifts possession to the opposing team. Take too long on a goal kick, and the opposition is automatically awarded a corner. Goalkeepers already operate under an 8-second rule for holding the ball in open play. This new countdown expands that logic, creating a unified standard where dragging your feet on any restart gets heavily penalized. The scrutiny extends directly to the sidelines. Rule 2 sets an absolute, uncompromising 10-second limit for a substituted player to physically step off the pitch. If a departing player fails to leave in time, their replacement waits 1 full minute on the sideline. The team plays shorthanded. Rule 3 applies this exact same 1-minute exile to fake injuries. Requiring the pitch physio means stepping off for 60 seconds. There is one pragmatic exception to this. Goalkeepers are exempt, simply because removing your keeper for a minute is administratively unworkable for the flow of a match. FIFA's new procedural calculation is very straightforward. If a player attempts to steal 10 seconds off the clock, their team pays for it with 60 seconds of severe tactical disadvantage. Punishments alone aren't enough without enforcement. The second phase of FIFA strategy equips referees with the technological authority required to police a much faster tempo. Under Rule 4, the Video Assistant Referee System, or VAR, gets a major expansion. Previously limited to checking straight red cards, VAR can now step in and review second yellow card offenses. VAR can also review corner kick decisions, provided the check happens quickly without delaying the restart. They've also been granted the power to overturn cases of mistaken identity if the wrong player receives a card. Then there's Rule 5, mandating the deployment of body cameras worn directly by match referees. These aren't personal action cameras strapped to their chests. The competition provides the integrated hardware, and the footage is utilized strictly for official referee training and post-match perspectives, rather than live television broadcasts. Finally, Rule 6 updates the logic around denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, or DOGSO. This flowchart maps the change. Under the old framework, a foul followed by a goal turned an automatic red card into a yellow. Now, that scenario results in no card. If a goal is scored from advantage, the opportunity was never actually denied. These upgrades serve a single, unified purpose. They strip away the gray areas that manipulative players exploit and place total match authority back in the hands of the officials. FIFA has operated under the same basic procedural framework for 40 years. These changes mark the moment that ruthless administrative logic finally catches up to the reality of the modern game. But the lingering question remains, will these aggressive new regulations actually succeed in speeding up the sport? There is a highly probable counter-theory. Elite professional athletes aren't just physically gifted, they are absolute masters of tactical optimization. This optimization matrix illustrates the inevitable loophole. Shut down the traditional delays, and players will simply bypass these specific restart rules by inventing entirely new, highly creative methods to stall the clock during active play. The 2026 World Cup functions as a massive, live experiment in human behavioral economics. The rules surrounding the pitch have been permanently rewritten, but the war against time wasting has only just begun.